Brought to you by Itel P55 Plus series.
So,
Yeah.
Sam, like I was asking, your
Yeah,
thoughts on this roller coaster season?
yeah, it's been a dramatic season, of course. We started off really well, and I thought the team connected really well at the start of the tournament. But yeah, we had that middle period where we just didn't play very well. We went to Sharjah for 2 games and kind of got blown away over there, and that set us on a little bit of a negative run of games. But yeah, the last 2 games has been exceptional in must-win circumstances. So incredible character shown by everyone. But also, I feel like we're just starting to kind of find our rhythm as a team and the balance of our team as well. So yeah, it's a good time to start winning games and to start coming good in a tournament.
Yeah, you mentioned the last two games, that win against Viper, that last ball six. It had all of us going crazy in the media box here, and it was a fantastic match, I must say. And do you think that was somehow the turning point for you guys?
Yeah, well, it was a must-win game. We had to win that game to even have a chance of qualifying. So yeah, it was do or die, and Raza came up clutch with that moment, and an amazing moment for the tournament as well. I thought it was a great time for the tournament to have such an epic game, and yeah, it really kind of has given us a huge boost. When you win close games as a team, it really does help and it binds everyone together even more. So yeah, what a game that was.
Absolutely. And just want to pick your brains on tomorrow's game. You guys have beaten ADKR in the past. You've won by 5 wickets. And then there was another game where you guys lost by 29 runs. So just do you think this is going to be an evenly fought contest?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at all of the teams in this competition, even the guys who haven't qualified, the quality of every team is phenomenal. You look at obviously 9 overseas players, more than any other tournament around the world. So the quality's there. So we're going to have to be right at it. But they obviously know the threats that we can possess as well. We're playing some good cricket, and people have started to find some form. So yeah, like any tournament, when you're getting into these close knockout games, it's going to be tense. It's going to be tight. But may the best team win.
Yeah, and both the teams also have each of their players in the most valuable player list. You have Sikandar Raza from your team, and they have Andre Russell in that top five. So, who do you think really is going to be that crucial player, if I might say, for the game tomorrow?
Yeah, well, you mentioned 2 amazing names there. I think Andre Russell will still be in Australia, so he won't be available for them, which is obviously a huge miss because he's one of the best all-rounders in the world and has been for the last 10 years. For us, Sikandar Raza has just gone from strength to strength. He's carried on his brilliant form in the last kind of 12 months. So yeah, he's a huge asset to our side. But also kind of seeing other guys like Max Holden coming into the side and performing so well yesterday. Sorry, 2 days ago, and a couple other stars as well. Like I said, you can't probably pinpoint one person, and the nature of T20 cricket is that one individual out of the 11 can make a massive impact and win a game on their own. So yeah, it's you can't really just put it on one person. It's going to be a huge team effort from either side.
Absolutely. And what's your personal experience been like, Sam? You've taken over captaincy from Warner. You seem to be enjoying a great deal captaining
Yeah,
this.
I love it. I feel like, of course, learning from Davey, being vice captain under him, and you know, I've admired Davey for a long time as a cricketer and as a leader. So to play under him and learn from him was brilliant. And then to get the opportunity to lead the side and in crunch games was brilliant. So I love captaining. I've done it for probably 8 years now, 7 8 years, and feel like it's been a huge learning curve for me as a bloke, but also as a player. So I feel it gets the best out of myself, and the great thing is, if I do miss out with the bat or with the keeping or in the field, then I can still impact the game. hugely with the decisions I make. So that's the amazing thing about T20 captaincy, is that you can actually kind of win the game through the decisions you make. So yeah, I enjoy that aspect.
Yeah, you've absolutely entertained us, I must say. Just a couple of more questions, Sam. Just wanted to understand your thoughts on this league itself. It is the second most watched league in the world right now. We had some fantastic crowd coming in for almost every game. So have you really enjoyed the atmosphere and, just being here in UAE?
Yeah, I love the UAE. It's a fantastic part of the world, and it's so good to see that the tournament is going from strength to strength. So last year I played obviously at the Desert Vipers, and certainly towards the back end of the tournament, the crowds got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I think it was a sellout for the final. So hopefully, much of the same this year. The weather needs to. For some reason, this is like being in England. It's quite cold and rainy and wet at the moment, which is unheard of in this part of the world. But yeah, I love playing over here, and the tournament, like I said, has gone from strength to strength. So long may it continue.
Yeah, and just final two questions. Your thoughts on some of the UAE players that have really done well for themselves this tournament. You have Heather Ali in your team. You have, we've seen Afzal Khan do really well. Couple of good names coming up, including Wasim. So tell us your thoughts about them.
Yeah, that's the most pleasing thing about any competition, wherever you play around the world, is to see the local players really go from strength to strength, and especially probably in a country or an area region where cricket, there's a passion for cricket, but the setup or the talent pool hasn't necessarily been overly large in the long term. You're seeing a huge resurgence and love for cricket really coming through. So as you mentioned, Haider Ali, player of the match last game, bowled beautifully and goes from strength to strength. And those other names you mentioned, Mohammad Wasim is an impact player as good as anyone in this tournament. So that's the most pleasing thing, is seeing the UAE cricket really go from strength to strength. And yeah, I think this will be the bedrock of providing a load more cricketers in the future.
Right, and just lastly, it is the year of T20 World Cup. All of us are looking forward to it. You think leagues like this will really give some of the players a chance to kind of put their hand up and say, hey, I'm in the reckoning for a spot in the national squad?
Yeah, of course. Any competition, especially when the quality is so high, as a player, is a window shop to. It's a place where you can really show your skills off and the performances. So yeah, there's so much cricket on at the moment that if you take your opportunities, then obviously national duty or other competitions will come calling as well. So yeah, it's always a huge opportunity, especially in a World Cup year.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Sam, for your time, and all the very best for tomorrow.
मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।